So you're pregnant, and with morning sickness and baby showers and fighting over names, superannuation is probably the last thing on your mind. But it's this time of life, when you take time off to raise kids, that can have a huge impact on how much money you have later on, especially if you return to the workforce part-time. And while the gap is getting smaller, on average, women retire with much less super than men. And a 2016 Senate report found a third of women retire with no super at all. But aside from changing the whole super system, which is really designed for people in full-time work, there are steps couples can take to even things up. We're going to meet Alice and Clinton Muller. Alice took some time off when their 2 kids were born, and it meant her super took a big hit. So Alice, what made you get interested in your super?
Well, after returning to work just very recently, after my second child, I was filling in the superannuation forms and realised that I actually hadn't looked at my super for the last few years. So looking at that made me sort of think, do I want to change firm, like funds, and what is my balance and what should I be doing about this, having realised that it hadn't really gone up very much.
So what happened to your super when you took maternity leave?
For both my children, I wasn't on any maternity leave. It was sort of the end of contracts between jobs situation, so I didn't accrue any superannuation at that time because I didn't really have an income.
And how has it made you feel that the important work that you're doing at home has actually put your super further behind?
Yeah, I think that is a concern, that it's putting women in particular, or the partners that are staying at home and looking after children, it's putting them on the back foot, when often it's enabling another partner to move forward quite quickly in a non-comparable sort of way.
So how did the conversation about super go with your husband?
Well, we sort of talked about the fact that it was easier if I was to be the one staying at home with the kids, and that's something that I was quite happy to do. We didn't really discuss actually the impact on superannuation for quite a while, and it wasn't until a friend of mine commented that there was these co-contributions and things that partners could be making, and was asking questions about her super, that made me think, oh, actually, yeah, we haven't really discussed that.
And would you consider doing spousal contributions or splitting your super perhaps?
We've mentioned it briefly, but we probably do need to give it some more thought. I think probably understanding the tax implications for his salary too would be actually really helpful.
How much less super than your husband do you have?
At this stage, I probably have about 40% less.
And if you're in a couple and you're planning to share your money in retirement, why does it matter that you have your own super balance?
I think it is good that we each have our own. I think that benefits the couple and the whole family by each of us having access to a safe, super fund, and that, for my own, I guess, like my own pride and my own comfort, to know that something's in my name is really important as well, and that that still benefits our family, and is a way of me being able to show my contribution to the family as well.
So, depending on your budget, here are some things you can do. There's the government co-contribution. If you earn less than $52,000, which most people on parental leave do, if you put in an extra $1,000, the government will chuck in up to $500. Then there's super splitting. This is when the working partner splits off some of their super and puts it into their partner's account. Or there's spousal contributions, and that's when the working partner dips into their take-home pay and puts some extra cash into their partner's super account. And if you can't afford to make extra payments now while the kids are little, or perhaps you're a single parent and you don't have a partner to help top up your super, another thing you can do is really focus on your super when you get back to work. Some people put in an extra 1% for the rest of their working lives to make up for lost time. Remember, this is just general advice. If you need individual help, please see a professional. Good luck sorting your super, and I'll see you next time.